Well, hello there. My name is sometimes Heather and I play SubClassing Online. Last time, I showed you how I tackle a build challenge, and today I will show you the results. So a while back, someone challenged me to make an unarmed thematic vampire. Armor sets are allowed, but weapons are no. All I have to defend myself are abilities, armor set bonuses, and bare fists. I thought the concept fascinating and have actually had a lot of fun making this build come true. My first plan was to make a pet Sorc, but something felt off with my setup. After a lot of contemplation, I chose ErzieB for my test subject. I chose a theme of lightning, runes, stuns and blood, and feel we have succeeded pretty well with that. Thanks to the subclass Arcanist skill line, ErzieB can handle delves and easier public dungeons, like I hope. But with boss enemies, we do come into contact with sustain issues. Being unable to use weapon attacks, it's super challenging to keep magicka from running out. Potions do help in that regard, so we knock those back on a regular basis. ErzieB is a High Elf Sorcerer with Arcanist subclass. I have all of our attribute points on magicka, and we are walking under the Lover boon to maximize offensive penetration. For this build, vampirism is a must. I like to stay on stage 4, but you don't have to if you don't want to. Let's start with a quick look at champion points. In Warfare, my active stars are Fighting Finesse, Fighting Aura, Thaumaturge, and Untamed Aggression. In Fitness, I have Severing Spells, Rejuvenation, Fortified, and Boundless Vitality. And in Crafts, it seems we're going fishing. Do choose the craft stars that make playing fun for you. Then, to abilities. I have given ErzieB no active weapons, but most abilities can be used even if you are not wielding anything. And talk about wielding, here's sponsor Heather. Well, hello there. My name is Heather Wielding, and alright. I am here to interrupt your video to remind you of these two. Jay and Darren are stories of modern-day vampires, and since we share a fascination toward blood-sucking monsters, I thought you might be interested in these. Jay and Darren are available through Books to Read, Amazon, and Google Play Bookstore. And now, back to the video. First, on our back bar, we have Critical Surge. This grants major brutality and sorcery, which give a boost to weapon and spell damage. While active, dealing critical damage allows Surge to heal you. This is a really good passive heal, and I use this often with my vampires. Even if another ability also gives us brutality and sorcery. Next, we have Volcanic Rune from Mage's Guild. This draws a rune on the ground. When triggered, this blasts enemies with a set amount of flame damage, throws them in the air and stuns them. I thought this would be a great way to make certain enemies stay a bit further away. Also, if you unlock all Mage's Guild passives, casting Fire Rune grants you Empower for a short while. Moving on, we come to our emergency heal, which is Circle of Protection from Fighter's Guild. This draws a rune on the ground. Standing inside it heals you and your allies, and also grants you and your allies minor protection and minor endurance, which reduce damage taken and increase stamina recovery. Then we have Hypnosis. This stuns enemies that are facing you for a short while. I wanted to make certain enemies wouldn't attack us full on, and Hypnosis prevents them from doing so. Last on this bar, we have a scribed ability, Bloody Burst. This deals bleed damage both instantly and over time, and also grants ErzieB Mage's Savagery and Prophecy, which give a boost to weapon and spell critical rating. Fun. Let's switch to our main bar then. I have Arcanist abilities here. First, Escalating Rune Blades. This allows you to toss a series of apocryphic runes at enemies. The runes do an escalating amount of damage and also generate crux. And the more crux you have, the more damage you do. But we must spend the crux by using Exhausting Fate Carver. This allows you to sweep at enemies with a blinding light that deals a set amount of magic damage to up to 6 enemies it touches. Exhausting Fate Carver also snares enemies, so this is another way to hold them off. Then we have Lightning Flood. This deals overtime shock damage at target location and also comes with a synergy you can use yourself. I really like this Sorc ability and use it really often. A bit too often perhaps. I will try to do better. Next we have Fulminating Rune. This paints a rune on the ground. The rune deals magic damage over 20 seconds, and after 6 seconds it detonates to deal a set amount of frost damage to enemies within reach. This also comes with a synergy, but only allies can use it. Last, I have Streak. This allows you to transform into a lightning for a disappearing moment to dash through enemies, dealing shock damage to anyone in your way. Streak also stuns enemies, which I think goes well with our other stuns. For our ultimate, I held on to Shooting Star. This summons a comet to fall from the skies to deal a set amount of flame damage both instantly and over time. This is the coolest ultimate right after Swarming Scion, of course. For our passives, I would recommend getting everything from Stormcalling, Herald of the Tome, Light Armor, Medium Armor, Soul Magic, Vampire, Fighter Skill, Major Skill, Psijic Order, and High Elf Skill Lines. I'm uncertain if I can use weapon passives, so I didn't. For our gear, I chose 2 full 5-piece armor sets, both from Westfield. I think it's easy to guess which ones. First, Macabre Vintage covering head, shoulders, and all jewelry slots. This adds to weapon and spell damage. With a full set on, unaliving an enemy makes them explode into a bloody mess to deal half of their health's worth of damage to all enemies within reach. This is my absolute favorite vampire immersion set. I can't get enough of it. Look at that mess, oh joy. And for our other set, I picked Darker Strike. This also adds to weapon and spell damage. And with a full set on, dealing damage with a fully charged heavy attack grants you Major Berserk for 10 seconds. Even though I don't have weapons, ErzieB can still toss a mean punch at enemies, which triggers Darker Strike. I have this covering all remaining armor slots. Creating an unarmed vampire was a super fun challenge, and I'm quite happy about the results. While planning, I had a lot of ideas for roleplay with an unarmed character, and I might at some point return to those. I really would like to make my unarmed pet Sorc wag. Perhaps that would benefit from class mastery, which will arrive to us soon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Next time, I thought we might talk a bit about the new mythic, Shattered Path Signet. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all later.